They've been the newsmakers and the news breakers several times throughout 2013. Let's take a look back at some of the year's top local stories that had us all talking.
That this kind of betrayal of the public trust will not be tolerated. 28 years, a very, very powerful sentence.
And it was loud and clear. 28 years behind bars for former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick in what is now an historic public corruption case. His father, 15 months for a tax crime, and Buddy Bobby, 21 years in federal prison. Then city finances lock up.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Another history-making move in the city that will resonate throughout the country. Detroit bankrupt. The Chapter 9 filing makes it the largest city in the country to do so, leaving pensions hanging in the balance. We lost a city council president under questionable circumstances that caused him to go missing in the process. Several sightings and text messages later, Charles Pugh is still poof. For the first time in 40 years, the city of Detroit selects a new hue of leadership. Mike Duggan will take the reins to help lead our struggling city out of bankruptcy.
The fuel is starting to get low, and that's just the way it went.
The skipper says goodbye in a press conference that became teary, leaving a legacy that could become Hall of Fame worthy. Many of us clutched our steering wheels on I-96 before Raleigh Castile got caught after his shooting spree that targeted motorists in 4 counties. When these guys got out of jail, the tears were flowing. The Hire brothers released. After 25 years in prison, charges dropped. The funerals that stopped us in our tracks. Thousands said goodbye to firefighter Brian Wolke and Detroit police officer Patrick Hill. And finally, another story that brought us tears of joy. When Rochester Hills 8th grader Owen Grosser grabbed the ball, the young man with Down syndrome nailed 2 3-pointers, his first time on the court all season. Wow, some touching moments this year throughout 2013. You can't leave out the Spartans, of course. A history-making trip to the Rose Bowl, but we have all sorts of top stories throughout the year. You can go to our website, even share your own thoughts about the big news this year.
Certainly seemed that 2013 was good, but in a lot of respects it was pretty bad for Detroit because you had the former mayor, the verdict, the sentencing, the bankruptcy. Certainly we hope that that never happens again in the history of the city. Right.
We saw little snippets of that and everything in the piece I just shared, but that's country history. We put some marks on a few things out here.
We certainly did. Had some national attention there.